Good afternoon, everyone. Gary here from Crystal Vision Pools, hashtag Cvpoolpros. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm back with another tech tip, a CV Pool School tech tip. Um, Something that is a very interesting subject, comes up a lot actually. Test strips versus drops. So, as everybody knows, I've been doing this for more than 30 years. And it was proven to me. Now we don't use drops. I haven't used the drops in 30 years. Really, I've never used them. I used them one time, and that was because I used them to get proven a point. I was always taught with the test strips. I know how to use the drops, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like them, because I know how they're used, and I know how the slightest little mistake could be an off reading. I'll explain this in a minute. Excuse me. It was proven to me. Now I was already using drops, but I was already using the test strips. But when I went to work for a company, my first array into retail, my boss at the time had asked me why I preferred the test strips over the drops. He said, "You're not wrong." He said, "Because I hate drops." He goes, "But I want to know your reasoning." And I said, "I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I was just taught to use test strips. That's how, because I was taught in service first. I worked service first." And he goes, "Okay, cool. Well, let me show you why the drops are shit comparison to the test strips. Let me show you." I said, "Okay, cool, great." So we went over to the testing station, and we had a little thing of drops there, the little Taylor Regents, and we did pH and we did chlorine, which are the two most popular, the pH and chlorine. So what what happened was, this is what I don't like about the drops, is if you hold the drops up and you get one drop too many, a smidge of a drop too much, um, you shake it up, you're going to get a wrong reading. Okay, you hold it up to two different lights, you're going to get a wrong reading. You're going to get different readings. There's too much room for error with the drops. Okay, no matter what ones you're using, there's too much room for error with the drops. You lose count with the drops, and you're really screwed. So you have to start all over again. Um, so there are two reasons. The test strips, that's the main reasons right there why I don't like the drops. There's just too much room for error with the drops. Now I know there's people out there, there's companies out there that are, "Oh, he's dead wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about." Yeah, okay, great, good. You keep using your drops. Now, I mean, it doesn't really matter for us anymore because we use a computer now anyway. So the computer gives us, because we do a lot of green to cleans, we do a lot of back to blue services. So we depend on exact readings. We can't have any possibility of a differentiation in reading. We need to know exactly what that reading is, and that's what the computer offers us. The computer offers us exactly what that reading is so that we know now where we need to go chemistry wise, okay, to balance out the chemicals or to get it right. So we can't just use test strips anymore. I read test strips very well, but it doesn't give you exact. Okay, test strips get you the ballpark. I still recommend test strips over drops, but like I said, for our purposes, we use the computer because the computer gives us exact. Computer also tells us how much for each thing to add, depending on the amount of gallonage of the pool. So it takes a lot of guesswork out. We don't have to do the guesswork anymore of, okay, this is this many gallons. This product is 10,000 is this amount of pounds per 10,000 gallons. How many gallons do we have? We don't have to go through all that. We punch that all into the computer. The computer spits out the amounts that we need to add of each thing every time. So it cuts down on our time. Okay. But the test strips for a homeowner, the test strips are great. You take the test strip, take it out of the package, take it out of your container. Make sure your hands are dry when you take it out. Any water in that container will ruin all the test strips. So you take one test strip out, put your lid back on. Take your test strip, dunk it in the water, go down 6 inches or so. 6 inches to a foot if you can. Go down as deep as you can. Bring it back up. Don't touch it. Leave the excess water on there. Count to 30. 30 seconds. Give a little flick to get the excess water off. Compare it to the bottle. That's it. That's how you read your test strips. Now, you want to read the test strips and get all your information between 30 seconds and 45 seconds. You go too much more than 45 seconds, you're going to start getting a different reading because the water is now soaking into that pad even more and more, and it is changing the colors. So you have about a 15 to 20 second, 45 to 50. You could squeeze a minute out, but you are changing your reading slightly. So I always tell people, shake at 30 and read right away, and you have 15 seconds to get all your readings in, 15 to 20 seconds max to get all your readings in, which is more than enough time. More than enough time. Okay? You get those readings in, and that gives you the closest, most accurate reading you're going to get next to the computer. Okay? And the bottle tells you everything. Just compare your colors. Okay? So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to do with this one. Test strips versus drops. Like I said, I would never use the drops. I can't stand the drops. I have been using test strips since I've been in the business. I used the drops. Actually, I'm sorry, I used the drops twice. The one time I used the drops was at that retail store when my old boss was showing me why the drops suck. And the second time was I wasn't actually using them, but I was watching my boss at that time use them, because the place that we were at was having an issue with something. I forget what it was. I think it was a liner, and they wanted to know what the chemistry was, and they would only accept the drops, which most companies have gone away from now for warranty. Most of them take test strips now. They would only allow the drops as their form of testing, which is stupid. But like I said, most companies, I do believe, have gone away from that now. I think a lot of them have figured out that the drops are not as accurate as the test strips, and most of them allow test strips now. So those are the only two times I've ever dealt with drops, and I will not use them. I absolutely refuse. I think they're junk. But those of you that like them, I mean, hats off to you. Enjoy. But your test strips are way easier and way more accurate. Okay? All right, if you guys need anything, cvpoolpros@gmail.com or 610-780-3614. Text or call. Text is always best, especially so you can send us pictures. Email or text us pictures. One of the pool or one of the filter system and one or two or three of the pool with whatever issues you're having. Also text us your name, your full name, and your location, as well as what service or services you need. Check out our YouTube channel for videos like this and a lot more at Cvpoolpros16, and our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are at Cvpoolpros. All right. Everybody have a great day. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions or anything, let us know. Hit the comments section or get a hold of us directly, and we will get you flying right. Have a good day. We'll talk to y'all soon.